Good morning, Pastor. Thank you so much for your teaching, for your thoughts about Bible custom. I have learned a lot in the subject, and one of that I want to share my learning in the Bible custom about marriage custom. So first time when I heard about marriage custom, it's not the strangers or not new for me, but I learned somehow they in about the marriage. Before the Moses law allowed the Hebrew people to divorce. But before that, when I had learned in the old, in the New Creature, the Bible said very clearly that you should not leave the wife. But during the law of Moses, the Hebrew people, they have also the custom that if they leave the wife or divorce the wife, they need to make a letter for it. The letter for divorce and never get back and let her be free. So would like to share the Old Testament influence of favor. It seems two ways. First, the pictures of pain of unhappy homes because the more than one wife in them. And trouble became two wives. A lot story in the Bible. Well, Jacob, he has first of all two wives, or four wives. So he has a lot of trouble in his home, and also he cannot handle his children. And also we see in the king of Solomon, he has 1,000 combined his wife and his uh, concubines. So it means he has a lot situation problem in the during the leader of the house. So the Bible also said that one wife and one husband. But I imagine that how the law of Moses written this law to let the Hebrew people able to divorce his wife. So I want also to learn also from the end about the choosings of wife as Micah. Yeah, like Rebecca, you know, the father is the father of Isaac is Abraham, the one who sent his servant to the place, to his place, to his own place, to check the wife there for his son. So Rebecca doesn't know who is Isaac, how is he, and what is happened to him, or else he became not normal. For example, other one is he's not good in attitude, or he ugly, or he became a lamp man. He doesn't recognize his face. He doesn't know yet. But if you see the story, that very nice is the will of God, and she accept it, and she follow the servant of Abraham has sent him. We see in Genesis chapter 24, verse 61. Isaac brought her into his mother tent and took Rebekah, and she became his wife, and he loved her. So this one is the love after marriage. Some of them they does in cultural before they get married, they never know about each other. About example about Isaac and Rebecca. But this is also showing the between the love husband and wife very much as Occidental we would like between the mother and a sister. It is the indicate that the former should love each other because God chose them for each other. Orientals should say that husband and wife love each other because God, through the parents, selected them for each other. In other words, the usual Oriental idea is that love comes after marriage. You see in also the picture of Isaac and Rebecca. And also the one is the conducting the negotiations to secure a wife. The custom of uh, Ahab's certain section Bible land. They neglect some secure a bride for their son. Illustrate it many respect biblical practices. If a young man has acquired sufficient means to make it possible for him to provide a marriage dowry, dowry, then his parents select the girl and negotiations begin. The father calls in a man who acts as a deputy for him and the son. This deputy is called the friend of the bridegroom. You see in John chapter 3, verse 29. The Bible, John said that he is the friend of the bridegroom. And to secure is to testify or evidence that she is belong to him, and they are already secure the wife for this man. Look in the story about marriage and Joseph. So they already secure and they know that this girl is belong to him, and they have something or uh, something that giving to his parents to know that this man is already someone is already have like that. And the bride's father will appoint a deputy and represent him. For example, like Abraham's servant when he offered food when Laban and offered the food by the parents of Rebekah and said, "I will not eat until I have told mine errand." Which means that the culture is when they enter in the house or the house of the women, they would want to say all things or uh, in his planning to come in the house. We're talking about the ladies that would want he introduced this man and would want to get the daughter to become a wife. So it means to secure. And husbandman is the first, like the servant of Abraham. Go ahead and choose a wife for him. When the two devotees faced each other, then the negotiations began. Honest, there must be drink until the mission is completed. It means that the the work already done and they already told all these things that happened unto him, so that after that he can eat it. If not, he will turn back, will not eat anymore. That's how some cultural in the Bible I have learned therein about the marriage custom. Also, marriage dowry. Reason for dowry is for bride's family. In the Orient, when the bride's parents give their daughter in marriage, they are actually diminishing the, the efficiency of their family. Of 10 unmarried daughters would tend to flock of their father, or they would drink they would work in the field or render help for other ways. Well, the only marriage is if some people they don't have much money. We can look at in the story of Jacob when he working when he want to get Rachel her become his wife. So he need to work on it for the payment of the family. It's been for the dowry, dowry of the family. And I will share for example, in Genesis chapter 29, verse 18, I will share the 7 years for Rachel. So it means that Jacob already served and paid for the dowries for Laban because of his job, because he already is the down payment, something like that. And on the other hand, is the reason only for the bride herself. Is what usually customary for at least some of the price of the dowry to give in to the bride. This would be addition to any person gift from the bride's parents. Leah and Rachel complained about the stinginess and their father's Laban concerning. Um, he says so us and acquire divorce. Also our Genesis chapter 31 verse 15. Laban had the benefit of Jacob's 14 years of his service there without making the equivalent of, of at least part of it as a gift to Leah and Rachel. Since a divorced wife in Orient is entitled to all her wearing apparel. For this reason, much of her personality journey consists of cones on her head headwear head hair is similar in the neck or something that they can put the down payment for the wife for the bride. This means this belong to the wife or for the woman that they get married or pay for payment for the parents or the bride. And special dowry for the bride's father is what customary for father who would afford to do so to give their daughters, especially marriage dowry. When Rebecca left her father's house to be the bride of Isaac, her father gave her a nurse and also damsels who were to be her attendants. It means like a witness or a helpful for her during her traveling. This is the dowry from her parents as his loving her daughter and giving her some things that love give because it's love give. And also Caleb, seeing Caleb in give his daughter a dowry of the field when she asked his father is the inheritance and he give it to her daughter. And we can see the other region, the wedding process. So before that, we can see the appearance of groom and bride. I have learned also from you taught me before about the appearance. When they get married, the bride and the groom, when the appearance, their clothes look like as a king. So I imagine that how they have a lot of money to spend about it. But they say when you said that it is the customary for them because they need to do appear very precious, very value during that time. That's how I'm learn a lot in Bible Storm, and especially in marriage. I want to share to you that how I'm learn this uh, topic. And the preparation of the groom and the wedding, it has aptly described to the prophecy of Isaiah. And he had clothed me with the garments of salvation. He had covered me with the robe of righteousness, as a bridegroom decked himself with ornament ornaments. In Isaiah chapter 61 verse 10, you can read it. And the adorning of the bride was very costly and celebrated affair. Much time was given to the preparation of her person. Every effort was put forth to make her complexion glossy and shining with a luster like unto marble. The words of David must be give an idea for her that daughters may as conscious stones polish after the similitude of the palace in Psalm chapter 144 verse 12. The wedding is fest festivities, or you can see also in festivities, especially the bride's adornment would always be remembered by her, and as the prophet Jeremiah has said here, can a maid forget her ornament, bride adorned with for her husband? It means the appearance is very important for them, as Christ was a parent for her, for his church. When we can see that when Christ sat on the cloud, that when he received the people, believer people, it means that it's the bride when the lamp marriage supper lamp in the heaven, which in the study in the Revelation. I have learned also there in that about that custom. And this is the bride belong. This is mean the church is the bride, and Jesus Christ is the groom. And when the day of preparation, it means glorious or happiest or gladness in the hearts, because there is the special moment that in their life that they must be uh, honor. For example, honor look like the word honor that we are expected for them. So the wedding process, the bridegroom set out of the bride from the house of her parents, and therefore for a grand procession all the way to his house. The street too dark in the necessary was the necessary that anybody venturing forth at night should carry a lamp or torch. We see also that the virtual the vir- the virgins, 10 virgins, wise men, and the foolish women, that they are not preparing for the bride, that the bride will come in. This means that the ointment is also important, that the women, it must be preparation already for the bride, the groom will uh, bring it her, like that, for example, like that. And the what you hear and going from the bride's house to the groom's house, it's meaning in before customary is the man, when he already almost marriage, he needs to leave a year from his house, and he needs to make a new house to prepare for that. That is the wedding procession that he need a new house to prepare for her, for his wedding, that he received her to his house. So the Arab also the other secondly, the arrival at the house of the bridegroom. The most important of the entire marriage festivity was that in which the bride entered her new home. This means that is this the that ladies came in the husband was in the room's house, and as the both groom and bride usually wore crowns and must have pictured this important moment in the marriage of the king, for example, like that, for example, like that. After arriving at the bridegroom's house, some of the older women had to task of arranging bride's hair. This means to prepare properly for her body so that it look like nice when she represent to the groom. Her flowing locks and were hidden beneath a thick veil. From this time on, the costume would dictate that her face must not be unveiled in public. I mean, they need to cover it, the hair of the bride, that only the husband they can take out during her presence with her husband. She was led by her place under a cornice, which was located either inside the house, I mean that separate it before they are present there, or in the weather permitted and open the air. Her place was beside her husband, where both with her new words benediction given by one of the fathers. We see also here importance of the person might be present. In the wedding of at Canaan of Galilee, Jesus was the most prominent guest present, and doubtless he was asked to pronounce his benediction upon the newlyweds. John chapter 2 verse 1 to 10. See that all things that that's how I am learn this topic. Somehow I very happy and very imagine that how they arrange, how the wedding, how the bridegroom is, how the bridegroom preparation, and how the bride come into bride's the groom's house. And thank you for you teaching me and training me study this Bible question. I hope that this simply learning from your topic, and I'm really thank you for you to taught us for this, and thank you so much Pastor Toto for you taking time to start to teaching us. May God bless you more, Pastor. Thank you so much. God bless.